James Pursley, founder of Blackbread Enterprises and the Paragon Saline Program. Please feel free, if you like what you're hearing and you think that this should be broadcasted on a larger scale, any donations, feedback, or insight, send this information via email to jamesp@blackbread.net. Again, that's jamesp@blackbread.net. Okay, well, today, y'all, I have my stopwatch and everything. We've kind of got a different setup today, and this is terrific. Okay, so what I like to do is just get straight to the point and talk about a little bit of last PSAs and this PSA, today's PSA. Last PSA we heard was about the relapse syndrome, and that was talking and discussing of all the different symptoms of a person who is potentially going through a relapse. Now, it troubles me to talk about it because it's very heavy, okay? You know what, some people may listen to it and say, identify with all of that. Okay, so now what am I supposed to do? Well, what you're supposed to do at this point in time is develop a relapse prevention plan. Now, this plan is designed to help you stay safe, stay sober, stay clean. There are 9 steps to the relapse prevention plan, and they are as follows. Well, the first step is stabilization. Okay. Now, in regards to the stabilization process, it seems easy enough. You will go through some relapse prevention plans, and they give you a lot of talk, if you will. Let me just break down what stabilization means. Stabilization is having people that have your back, that you can talk to about staying clean and sober. For example, if you tell someone, hey, I feel like using today, and they tell you, well, what am I supposed to do about that? Or if they tell you anything that does not promote staying clean and sober, they're not a part of your stabilization process. Generic answers are okay by me, but I find, again, that generic answers are cliches, and those are risky for recovery. And when I say generic, I mean a person will say, my sponsor, in a meeting, or my counselor at outpatient aftercare. That's all terrific. But I don't want people to get comfortable in saying that or feeling that, because you need something very specific. John Doe down the street, someone who is, someone who has your best interest in mind and will give you appropriate feedback and not kind of sugarcoat anything. So again, the stabilization process are people in your life that will help stabilize you in regards to your recovery, so you can talk to them about those issues. In addition to those issues, these persons you want to talk to about the relapse prevention plan. You want to be able to talk about these steps to them. Why do I say that? Because some people say, oh, well, when I feel like using, I'll call my sponsor or I'll call somebody, and then you want to talk to them about what you've got going on. If you've gotten to a point that you feel like using, that's already a part of your mindset, it's too late. Half the time, people don't want to call their sponsors and relapse because their motivation for using is, their motivation for wanting to use was because they did not deal with their support system. So you tell them about these 9 steps and everything that takes place in these 9 steps first, so if they are to witness some warning signs with you, they can jump to your aid. But we'll get to that a little bit later on. So we've gone over step 1, which is stabilization. The next step is the assessment. One of the most important steps, because during the assessment, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write down, and it's important to write these things down because it gives it body, it makes it tangible. It's something that you can see, and it frees your mind of having it upstairs, okay, and you put it on paper, so it's something that you can take and even throw away if you want. But you want to talk about what got you into this point right now. What got you into such a mental state that you want to use? What is the problem? What is the problematic situation? What is the situation that took place? So you talk about that first. That's number 1, or the first part of the assessment. The second part of the assessment is your alcohol and drug use life history. Now, with that being said, there's going to be certain periods of your life, childhood, grammar school, high school, college, military, adult work history, adult intimate relationship history, adult friendship history, and also adult legal history that you're going to want to address. Don't do more than 3 situations each one of those periods, all right? What are you going to do during this period? You're going to ask yourself 4 questions, simplistic. How much did I use during childhood, if you did, because some people have? How much did I use? How often did I use it? What did I want it to accomplish? And did it accomplish it? Okay? This is important because what happens is some people put themselves in a position to think that they judge themselves based on these stages. And I'm going to go into it a little bit more in depth in the second portion to kind of explain in detail why this step is very important to make sure that you're authentic, genuine, and open about your statements. Not only to your support system, but most importantly, to yourself. Okay? To thine own self be true. Because if you're not going to be true to yourself, you can't be true to others. All right? And in that exercise of being true with others helps you be more true and honest with yourself. Just take the step and try it out and see how it works. Now, again, with these different periods of your life, you want to ask yourself these 4 questions. And how much, how often, what did you want it to accomplish, and did it accomplish it? After that, what you want to do is you want to look at the relapse or your recovery and relapse history. And that is, how long, when did you first finally take the step to abstain from using? And how long was your clean time? And what promoted you to start back using again?